And welcome to part 7 of the Spring Boot and Angular full stack project series, where we are going to build a video streaming application like YouTube. So in the last part, we have started creating the form for the video to save the video metadata. So to continue along, so we have just created a form with 3 inputs and a button. Align this save button in the next line. So you can see that this the drop down, the video status drop down, and the save button are aligned next to next, are aligned side by side. So I'm going to put it into the next line. So I can do that by opening my IDE, and I'm just going to enclose this button tag inside a div tag. I'm going to type in div, and I'm going to just copy paste the button tag inside the div tag. And if I open the application again, you can see that this save button is now shifted to the next line. Okay, and the next thing we're going to do to enhance this form is to add the chips component, so that we display the tags, the video tags inside the form. So for that, I'm going to open the material.angular.io website, and in here I'm going to go to the components section and click on the link called chips to the left side, and examples. I'm going to go to the tab examples, and I'm just going to scroll down until I find the chips with input component. So this component is showing some predefined elements called lemon, lime, and apple, like these are the fruits. And we can also type whatever text we want, so it's a free text. So I can type in banana and some random text here, and you can see that whatever text we type, we can see the text in the form of a chip. So we call it as a chip component, and it's similar to how YouTube will also display the tags. So to view the code, I can click on this view code hyperlink, and I'm going to just copy this whole HTML code and paste it just under the mat form field. So here you can see that under the mat form field, we have a new tag called as mat chip list. So chip list is another module we have to import to make it work inside our component. So for that, I'm going to just click on this import mat chips module option. So this will import this mat chips module inside to the app module.ts file. So here you can see that under the imports array, the mat chips module is added automatically. And I'm going to show you also the import statement. So make sure to add this import statement if you're not on IntelliJ, the Angular material from the Angular material chips library. All right, so next thing you can see that we are getting some errors because we don't have this variables called fruits, removable, selectable, and the method remove yet. So let's go ahead and create this methods and variables also in the TypeScript file. For that, I'm going to open again the Angular material website, and now I'm going to go to the tab TS, the TypeScript files, where you can file the TypeScript files. And I'm just going to copy everything inside this class, chips input example class. So all the way until the last bracket, I'm just going to copy and open the save video details.component.ts file, and I'm just going to paste it just above the constructor. So there are some errors. We can fix them right away by first importing the mat chip input event class. So I'm just going to import it, mat chip input event class from Angular material chips module. And the next one is an array called as for the object fruit. So as we are maintaining a list of tags, like these are strings, so I'm just going to rename this fruit to an array of strings, and this tags is, I'm going to leave it empty, right? And this tags we will populate whenever we read the video when loading this component. So I'm just going to rename this fruits variable. So I'm just going to rename this fruits variable to tags. So I'm just going to find all the usages. I'm typing Alt J if I'm on Windows. So to select all the occurrences one by one, I'm typing the key combination Alt J. So I'm going to type this Alt J again, so you can see that it has just selected the fruits variable on the line 39, and if I type again, nothing happens. It says not found. Try again to search from the top. So what I'm going to do is, without typing any other keys, I'm just going to type the new variable name called as tags. So you can see that all the occurrences of fruits is selected, and the editing was done simultaneously across all the locations. So it's called as, I think, multi-charactered editing. So I'm just going to press on escape, and this is the easiest way to rename the variable. So yeah, the other errors we are seeing is like inside the add method, it is taking whatever event which is occurred, which is coming from our HTML, and we are pushing that event value to the tags array. So as we renamed from a fruit object to a string, so I'm just going to, instead of adding an object name value key pair, I'm just going to add the value here to the array. So in this way, whatever value which is typed in inside the input component will be added to the array. Similarly, to remove a particular tag, I'm just going to select again. Similarly, to remove a particular value, I'm just going to rename this fruit object to a string, and I'm going to rename this fruit variable to value. So what is this doing is, it's finding the particular index of a particular value of an object based on a value, and we are removing this value from the array using the splice method of the Java, using the TypeScript splice method. And now you can see that we don't have any errors inside our component class, but we do have we do have to reorder the methods, because usually in TypeScript usually the naming convention should be the variables followed by the constructor and the ng-on-init blocks followed by the methods of the component. So I'm just going to move this ng-on-init and constructor to the just below the variable declarations. For that, I'm not going to cut and paste it. I'm just going to show some other shortcuts for you. So what I'm going to do is press the key combination Control Shift and up. So if I type this, you can see that this particular block, what I have selected, is moved one block up. So it was defined before below the remove method. Now it's showing it. Now it's displayed. Now it's moved above the remove method. I'm going to type this combination again, Control Shift up arrow, and you can see that it is moved now above the add method. So in this way you can quickly reformat the existing code. So if you want to move a particular piece of code above or below a particular piece of code between the source code, you can just make use of these key combinations. I hope you are finding this key combinations useful. If yes, you can please leave a comment inside the comment section. I will try to show you these kind of shortcuts and tips as much as possible in the videos. So moving along, I am going to open the savevideodetails.component.html file, and here you can see that the errors disappeared, and the only error we have is this declaration of the fruits variable. I'm going to rename it as tags, and I'm also going to rename the fruit variable to tag, and I'm going to also replace the occurrences of the fruit variable. And here we don't have a value called as a variable called as name inside the tag, a name for a tag, because a tag is just a string, it's not an object. So I can just remove this dot name declaration here. So whatever tags are defined inside are coming from our backend. So what you're going to do here is we are going to just loop through them and display each tag inside the match component. So let's see whether these changes are visible inside our form or not. So I'm just going to open the application again, and here you can see that we have a fourth component just below the drop down called as, we have the text called as placeholder called as favorite fruits. Let's go ahead and change that placeholder. I think you can find it here. So it's not a placeholder but a label. So I'm going to add tags, the text tags here for the label. And yeah, you can see that we have the text called as tags, and it should be called as add tag, something like add tag instead of new fruit. So let's find out where this new fruit is defined. So here instead of new fruit, I'm going to type in the text add tag, and it's showing the text add tag. So for the video, I can add it as sunset, river, water. Yeah, so whatever text, so whatever tag we want for a particular video, we can type any tag for here, any special text also. You should not find any problem. So the next step is to display the video player just beside our add video metadata form. For that, we are going to use a component, a library called as ngx video gear. So if I type for ngx video gear in Google, you can click on the first link from npmjs.com. So here we can find out the command to install the library ngx video gear. So to install this, I'm going to first click on this getting started guide, and in here we have all the steps to install this particular library in our project. So the first thing I'm going to do is to type this npm install command. I'm just going to copy this command and open the terminal. I'm going to open a new terminal and make sure you're under the front end and YouTube clone UI folder, and just paste in the npm install command. So once this library is installed, I'm going to also install the core.js library. For that, I'm just going to copy this command again, paste it in the UI, paste it in the terminal, and press enter. So okay, also this library is installed successfully, and now the next step is to add the icon font to the angular.json file. So I'm just going to copy the text here. So this is actually the location of the videogear.css file inside the node modules. So once the node modules are installed, this is the exact location where you can find the videogear.css file. So you have to add it to the angular.json because by adding this particular line, we can make use of the official font from the videogear website to our video player. So I'm just going to copy this whole line, and I'm going to open IntelliJ. And here you can see that we have already added this .css file from pre-built themes from Angular material library. So now what I'm going to do is just duplicate this particular line and just replace the node modules, this complete line, until this deep purple amber.css, and just paste in whatever we have copied from the videogear documentation website. And the next step it says is that we have to update the application module, that is the app.module.ts file with the required modules. So for that, we mainly need the browser module, VG core module, VG controls module, VG overlay module, and VG buffering module. So I'm just going to copy the all four of these modules and open the app.module.ts file under the source app.module.ts and just paste in all these modules here. I think the browser module we have already defined it, so there is no need to define the browser module again. So for the VG core module, I'm going to add the import statement automatically with the help of the IntelliJ, and I'm going to do the same thing also for the other modules. So once all modules are imported, the import statement should look something like this. So if you don't want to type all these import statements manually, you can also copy them from this particular from the documentation website, and